Hello, in this video, I will show you how to prepare CSV files from Insights using our little Excel tool. You will find the link to download the necessary tool below the video. Alternatively, you can enter the link directly into your internet browser. You can open the downloaded zip file by double-clicking on it. Simply drag and drop the directory contained in the zip file onto a local drive, for example, C. If you want to use the tool on a network drive, you will need additional sharing rights, which your network administrator can assign to you. When you open the directory created in this way on your computer, you will find two subdirectories. These contain two different versions of our conversion tool. The reason for this is that there may be different versions of the CSV file depending on when you exported these files. They can be easily distinguished by the beginning of the file name. One type begins with 001 CM, and the second type begins with a year, in our example 2025. Depending on the type of CSV file you have, open one directory or the other. The structure in these directories is always identical. You will find an Excel file in 3 subdirectories. This Excel file contains macros, i.e. small program modules that we have to enable so that they can be used on your computer. To enable them, right-click on the file and select Properties. There, under Security, you can allow execution. You only have to do this once at the beginning, unless you create multiple copies or move this file to another directory. Then you will have to grant permission again. In addition to the Excel file, there are 3 other directories. Copy your CSV files into the Statements directory. The files that you will later export from the evaluation are stored in the 2 export directories. We are currently in the directory with the converter for files of type 001 CM. We have put together a separate video on how to find these files in Insights and export them from Insights. You can find the link in the video description. Now that we are prepared, we can start the Excel file by double-clicking on it. In Excel, first confirm the security warning and activate the editing of the content. All CSV files previously copied to the directory are imported via load statements. This process may take a moment, especially the first time. After importing, you will find an overview of the days for which data is available at the top of the file. You can either click on individual data and then see only the result for that particular day. Or you can hold down the Shift key and select multiple data points to get the total result for that selection range. If you have imported data for several months, this display can quickly become confusing. In this case, you can narrow down the selection using Excel's filter functions. To do this, click on the triangle above the date column. In the pop-up window, you can select 1 or more months. We have compiled all the information relevant to billing in the lower left-hand corner. If you use the slider at the bottom right, you can scroll through the remaining columns of the CSV file to query individual pieces of information if necessary. To obtain a clear statement, we will now switch to the dashboard worksheet. Here too, the same date selections can be made as before on the Statements worksheet. Here you can also see the day of the week and quickly check whether all days are present or whether there are gaps in the CSV files. The absence of Saturday and Sunday is normal, as no billing takes place on these days. There are several information fields so that the evaluation can be clearly assigned later. The MID numbers are automatically transferred from the CSV table. In addition, you can add any information in plain text in the comments column. You can also add the operator name at the top. This information is included in the PDF export. This is what the PDF file looks like, for example. It is automatically saved in the PDF export directory that we looked at earlier. Alternatively, you can also save the selection as an Excel table, which looks something like this. It can then be found in the Excel export directory. Alternatively, you can also send the evaluation directly by email. Enter the email address, for example that of your tax advisor, and your name here. Provided you have Microsoft Outlook installed, you can start sending the email by clicking this button. This is what the automatically generated email looks like, which you just need to send. To ensure that the inserted data is available next time, save it via Save File. If new CSV files are created, simply copy them into the statement directory. The next time you open the Excel file, this data will not be imported automatically. You can do this by selecting Load Statements. For statement files beginning with 2025, select the alternative directory and copy the relevant files into it. The macros in this Excel file must also first be enabled by double-clicking and selecting Properties. Otherwise, the process for importing the files and extending them is exactly as described above. Thank you for watching.